Yes, come in.
How you doing, Miss Rose?
Hi, Caitlin. How are you?
Good. My teacher sent me to your number.
Yes, I did call your teacher to send you to my office. You can have a seat.
Okay.
Okay, you're not in trouble or anything like that. I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to speak to you about certain concerns that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I believe one of your teachers, seen you walking in the hall
Mm-hmm.
during our transition to the next class, and I think you had called someone by a name that wasn't so pleasant. Okay. I think you had called someone, if I can quote, a fat cow.
I didn't exactly say fat cow.
Hmm.
I just say she was just eating like a fat cow. I was saying it
Okay, so you
because
told her
I just say she was eating like a fat cow. I was trying to help her to eat better.
you were trying to help her to eat better. But do you feel like your choice of words is probably going to help her?
No, maybe I should have said it better, but I guess not. But I didn't thought she was gonna be hurt. Like it wasn't like I was telling her anything like that. But we just like try to give her advice. She's
Mm.
big, and I'm trying to help her.
Wow. Okay, so you said that, but you weren't trying to hurt her. You felt like you were trying to help her. How do you think she felt after you said that?
Maybe she will get help because she's really big.
Okay. But, even if we know we want to help someone out, we always have to choose our words nicely. Okay, I don't feel like, that was, the nicest way to handle that
Okay,
situation.
okay. I won't try next time. Next
But,
time.
that wasn't the only concern. I believe one of our teachers also spoke with your mother. Um, and I believe she has been having some concerns about you too, concerning your eating habits. Okay, along with, I believe you were calling your younger sister's names similar to what
She's over exaggerated.
she's over exaggerating. Why do
Yeah,
you feel
she's
like she's over?
exaggerated. She's exaggerating. Come
Why do you feel
on.
like she's over exaggerating?
I don't call them. It's like when my sister acting when they're eating too much. I'm trying to help them.
You're trying to help.
Yeah, come on. They eating like a they're not eating proper. So I was just trying to help them, and they're getting big. So I was just trying to help them so they don't become big.
So you feel like you're helping them by telling them that they're a fat pig or a fat cow?
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a situation where someone said something to you that you were, not too happy about, based on the way they said it? Or have anyone ever hurt your feelings, by saying something to you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, have you ever been in a situation where someone called you a name? Okay, maybe it wasn't true or anything like that, but they end up calling you a name. Maybe it was hurtful or anything like that. It don't have to be anything major. Just give me an example. Have you ever been in that situation?
When I was in middle school,
Mm-hmm.
people used to call me fat, fatso, everything like that.
Okay,
But it's
so
okay. But I'm not fat.
okay, so when you were in middle school, people used to call you names, and they
Yeah, I
used to
was
call you.
fat in middle school. I was really fat. Yeah, I'm fat a little bit now, but not that much anymore compared to our middle school. I was huge,
Okay,
huge.
so when the other kids would call you fat when you were in middle school, how did that make you feel?
It wasn't. It was okay.
It was okay. It seemed like you were very hesitant before you told me it was okay. It seemed like you wanted to say something else.
Oh, it's okay. I'm over it.
You're over it. Okay, which means you were not too happy about, what they said, and now you're over it.
Yeah,
But
it
let's
wasn't.
not talk about how you feel about it now. Let's talk about how you felt about it then. While you were going through and they called you names like that, tell me the story, if you, of course, if you feel comfortable, and then you can tell me what they, how you felt during that time.
It wasn't a good time.
It wasn't a good time.
Mm.
Okay, what kind of name? So they would. What kind of names you said they would call you?
That's so.
Hmm.
They call me like a balloon. Wants to make look like a balloon, watermelon, stuff like that.
Okay. And
But I
those
was,
were, would you say those were positive words to use towards you to help you to change?
I don't know, but
But I mean, it seemed like it, you
nobody
know.
did anything. Nobody said anything if it was wrong or not.
Okay.
So nobody said if it was wrong or not.
No
So,
one told you it was wrong or not.
but I
Okay.
did have a use on it. So
Yeah, but it seemed like you weren't too happy about what they had to say.
it just kind of hurt.
It did hurt. Okay. So we can agree that sometimes when you use certain words to other people, that you can hurt someone's feelings from your
I guess
experience.
so. I guess so.
Right. So I'm trying to help you to understand that, sometimes, we need to choose our words more wisely. You can't just go around calling people names because it can hurt them. Even they don't tell you it hurt. Because maybe you never told the people in middle school that it hurt, but it still hurt you. You still went home and you thought about it, right? The same way when you go and say someone's fat or eating like a pig, the same way they go home and think about it and you may not know that it hurts them. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you said you didn't like, being in that situation.
Hmm.
Okay. And I spoke with your teachers, I spoke with your mom, and that's the feedback I've been getting, that you're saying certain words to people and you may not think it's hurtful, but based on your situation, it's kind of similar to what you're doing to them. Do you
I
agree?
don't think so. In compared to middle school, I didn't call him fat. So all I said was just like she was eating like a fat kid. This was but she was eating like that. And I was just trying, it wasn't like I was saying it to get to hurt her
You
feeling.
weren't saying to hurt her feelings. Right. So why would you think your situation is different from, you know, that situation? If you can explain it to me. Why do you feel like what you went through in her situation is different? I'm just trying to understand.
It was different because they were trying to attack me. It wasn't like I'm just pick her exactly. And it was every day. It was every day. Yeah.
Okay.
It was like every day I would go to school, somebody would just call me.
Okay.
And it was the same group of
So it's
girls. And
ongoing.
it was ongoing. And that's when I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just
You just
telling her.
made a comment.
Make a
Okay.
comment. It wasn't like anything like I was being. It wasn't the same thing. It's not like every day I pick on her.
Okay. Maybe you're not bullying her or, picking on her every day, but, it's the same gesture, the same, hurtful words. Okay? So sometimes, it's not about how many times you do it, it's about what you did. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Okay? And it seemed like you weren't too fond of the bullies and all the people who would pick on you and say things because it was ongoing. Have you ever spoke to anyone regarding that when it was going on?
No, when it happened, I told my mom, but
What did she
at
say?
first she didn't know what to do.
She didn't know what to do.
And then she just took me out of school, put me in a new school.
Right.
New school, it wasn't so bad. Yes, some were picking me, but it wasn't so bad in the new school.
Okay.
So anyway, plus I start losing the weight now. So
Okay.
so it didn't picking on me. That's why. Then my mom just complained and complained over and over, say I'm losing too much weight, I'm being mean, but I'm not being that mean. I
Okay.
was, but think about it. If I didn't lose the weight, if I don't keep losing all this weight, the same thing could have happened. And I'm trying to help my sister. So when they start school, so nobody would pick on them too. If I had to let them know that they fat, if they don't do something now, that what happened to me in middle school could happen to them.
Right. I understand you're trying to help. Okay. You don't want them to, go through what you want to go through. But, okay, we have to agree that, we have to do it in a nicer, positive way. You don't want to hurt someone in the same situation because it seems that, what happened to you in the past, you still have some type of hurt, regarding what happened. So you don't want to say something to someone that's going to carry them a year from now or 2 years from now and so on. Okay? So, but let me ask you this. How do you view yourself now? I know, that's how you felt, back then, and you felt like maybe, what they were saying is true. Okay. So why don't you tell me how you see yourself now?
I'm not the same. I'm not the same way I was back then.
Hmm.
But I still think I have a long way to go.
You have a long way to go concerning what?
comes to my body, I still need to lose. I still need to lose a lot.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not saying that you do need to lose any weight.
Yes, I do. And it's just like, there's a lot. See, my time. There's a lot I need to lose. I need to lose more.
So when you look, okay, so based on what you're saying you want to lose, is it someone else who's telling you need to lose it, or is it something that you're seeing for yourself?
I'm seeing it when I look every day on the mirror. It's right there on me, and I just think I need to lose more.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So let's stay away from the negative things that you see. Tell me something positive about yourself. Let's try to think of any positive things about
I like my eyes.
yourself. Like your eyes.
Mhm.
You're very hesitant when it comes to, naming the positive things about yourself. But when I ask you, what you didn't like and what you see, you're so quick to tell us, to tell me what you see. So it seems that you're just focusing on, how you can improve or how this and how that, but you're looking at yourself in a negative light.
Maybe you're
You're a
right.
beautiful girl. You're a smart girl. I don't see any need to change anything, but but what I'm seeing here is that you're seeing the negative things about yourself. You're not looking at the positive qualities about yourself, and you're very hesitant when it comes to, finding out the good things about you and your personality and the way you look. Okay? So, that's something we're probably going to need to work on. Okay?
Mhm.
And I want you to do this little activity. Okay?
Mhm.
I know you never confronted the bullies in your past.
Mhm.
Okay? And what I want you to do is here's a mirror over here. If you can just turn your chair around.
Okay.
Okay? It seems that you still kind of hurt from what happened in the past.
Mhm.
Okay? Because you're trying so hard to protect the ones closest to you now.
So do you have to do it?
Well, I want you to try, at least try. Okay? So it seems like you're trying to protect the ones you love right now because you don't want them to go through what you wanted to go through. So you're kind of like, keeping the hurt. I can see that it's still there. Okay? So what I want you to do is face the mirror.
Mhm.
And I want you to think about, if you were to see any of the bullies now, what would you say to the bullies? What would you say to those girls, who would say the mean things to you that you didn't approve of, or when you got hurt, you went home and you thought about it, they didn't know. What would you want them to know?
Mhm.
You can just close your eyes, just think about what you're going to say, and then tell, you know, out loud what you would want them to
I would want them to know that they hurt me a lot. That it wasn't nice. That every day when I went home, I would cry. And every time I look at myself in the mirror, I would just see what they call me. That to this day still hurting every time I look in the mirror. I cannot see. My mom, she tried to say I look beautiful, but I don't see it. I just wish they would understand how I felt. That it was really,
do. Okay?
it was
And
very hurtful.
it's very hurtful. Okay? I'm so proud of you that you were able to do that. Okay? All right. So that's the way that's what we're trying to avoid. We don't want you, to do this to someone else. We want it to end here. Okay? We want it to end there, and for you not to, even if it's only one day, even if it's only a week, but people deal with this, you know, the same way. Okay? You don't want to hurt someone else who is going to carry this with them. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a talk with your mom because it seems like we'll continue to help you emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to have a talk with your mom because it seems that you are having severe issues with your self-image, and we want
Mm-hmm.
to. I can help you during school hours, but we need you to get outside help as well. Okay, to
Okay.
assist you with improving your self-image and improving your eating habits because that's also a concern that I've been hearing from your mom, including the
Mm-hmm.
teachers and everyone who sees you. It's like you barely eat your food and this and that. So it seemed like, the reflection that you are trying to help everybody else is
Mm-hmm.
what you see in yourself. And we need to, do something about that. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So this is only to benefit you. This is only to help you. Okay? So
Okay.
I'm here for you. Whenever you want to come in the office, if you feeling down or if you just need someone to talk to, feel free to come in. Okay? But then
Okay.
I'll continue to see you on a regular so we can help you improve. You know what
Okay.
you're going through. All right?
Okay.
All right. It was a pleasure speaking with you today. Okay? You can go back to class.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. No problem. So I'll see you again.
Okay.
Same time next Monday.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're very welcome.